for you to click this video, it shows that you can spot a well prepared meal when you see it. So guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mary Jane. Let's make this egusi soup. So first thing first, I'll be prepping my meat, and I'm using beef. I'm also going to be using some assorted meats or offals for this recipe, and finally I'll be adding some omo cow skin. This is the fresh one. This is different from that roasted type. This is the fresh one that used to be white when it's raw. I already pre-cooked it before shooting this video. I'll be seasoning with some seasoning, crushed seasoning cubes, salt. I'm adding some onion. This is just a medium-sized onion. And then finally I have some bell peppers and some habanero peppers. I'm going to blend that off camera, and here is what it looks like. Pour that in there. This is going to give the stock some spicy flavor. The bell pepper doesn't really add much heat to the soup, but I just love the color. I love the taste it gives. So you can skip it if you don't want to, but make sure you are using the normal spicy peppers. So I'm just going to cover and let that cook. So the next is my stock fish and dried catfish. You can use I was unable to get the mangala fish. I don't know how to, I don't even know what that what that is in English, but there's this other type of fish that works perfectly well for egusi soup, but I was unable to get that. Stock fish, I mean catfish, works just fine. So this is what we'll be using. So first you want to make sure you soak that in some hot water, and I let it sit for about 3 minutes, and then I added some cool water. And now I'm just washing the fish by taking off the bones and making sure there is no insect or anything in it. I'll finish it off camera. So I check on my meat now, and it has of course released its own juice. So I'm going to add some more water to let it cook properly. And then of course this is the point where I add my stock fish, because it's not too tough. It's not too tough to add at the initial stage. And then I have my local seasoning here, uziza seed. Very, very important for egusi soup if you want to make that original egusi soup. And I also have my ukpei. I'll be blending them and setting them aside. So now my meat is at least 80% done at this point. You can see how lovely it's looking. And now I'm going to start the cooking proper. I'll add a little water, just stir it, mix it together, and then I'll be scooping out the water that I want to use for my egusi, just about 5 spoons. And then I'll be adding my oil. It's very important to add your palm oil, and make sure you let it boil. It's important to let that palm oil boil before you start adding any other thing. So this is 3 cups of egusi. I'm just going to blend it. This is what it looks like. To mix it, I just used a small sized onion, very small, blended it, and here is the meat stock that I took out from the pot. Pour it in there and mix it, guys. This step is very, very, very important. I have like different ways of cooking egusi soup, but this is like my family's favorite. This is very, very, like the top of the list. So here is a fun fact that no one asked, but I'll tell it anyway. When my husband came for introduction with some of his people, this was the soup I made. This pattern, this whole process was what I used in making the soup for them that day, and it was so delicious. He still talks about it today. If he wants to eat egusi soup like that type that you made that time, it was very nice. He had it with fufu, apple, and the soup was very hot, so it was just a memorable one. So this soup, this recipe, every single thing you say in this recipe, every single step is worth taking down to the T. So now you can see I'm just scooping the egusi into the pot in little molds like this. And I rinsed my bowl and poured the water, and I'm going to just mix that and let this cook. Just cover it and let it cook. So after cooking for about, I think about 8 minutes or 10 minutes, because my cooker is actually on over medium heat, so it cooked very fast. It's very important that you let your egusi cook. Very important. So now I'm adding my obei, and there goes my blended uziza seed, and I'll also be adding some crayfish and some seasoning and salt. It's very important, like I say, to let your egusi cook. Let it boil so that it doesn't upset your stomach. Sometimes when people have egusi and their stomach, they have runny stomach or whatever after eating it, it's because it's not properly cooked, because it didn't boil properly. You need to give it time to cook. So now I'm just going to mix properly and cover, let it cook. So here are the vegetables I'll be using. Uziza leaves, please, whatever you do, make sure you add this little magical leaf into your pot of egusi. It's really nice, really nice. You add your uziza leaves, and here is my ugu. I didn't really go overboard with the leaves. I think this amount works fine for me. I love how straight to the point this video is. Very short yet detailed. At this point, you can eat this soup like this, but then because it's a premium pot of soup, we need to complete what we started. So at this point, I'll be adding my catfish and my uziza leaves. Your uziza leaves needs to cook for like 2 minutes or 3 minutes before you are done cooking the soup, because it has this flavor that unlocks when you let it absorb heat. So I'll just mix that properly, and the little water. You can serve it like this, but I don't want mine to be too thick. If you want the egusi to be more lumpy, then during the mixing stage, don't add too much water. That's how you get those big lumps. So we are done. Finally, I'm adding my ugu leaves, and that is the last thing that I add. I've turned off the heat of my cooker, and this is it. This soup tasted so delicious, like so delicious. If I want to make egusi for to show that I can make egusi, this is the go-to recipe for me. I hope you enjoyed watching this video just like I enjoyed creating it. Thank you so much for clicking. I'll see you guys in my next one. Till then, take care and bye. Love you. Don't forget to like this video. Please subscribe to my channel if you've not done that, and leave a comment in the comment section. Tell me what your favorite pattern of making egusi soup is, and if you'll be trying this method. See you guys in my next one. Bye.